Okay, children, let's discuss aims of all activities in acids, bases, and salts lesson. First, go to page number. What is the page number 18? Activity 2.1. Children, write down aim. Aim of activity 2.1. All of you write down, children. I'll be telling. Uh, you have to write down to check the properties of acids and bases. What is the aim? To check the properties of acids and bases. Write down aim 2.1 activity to check the properties of acids and bases. Okay, children. So already we have done extensive work on this, children. Down table is given, children. Down table is given. Down table is given. So just forget about the table, children. Just you beside the activity box is there. No, beside the activity, write down blue litmus. Beside the activity, write down left side of activity blue litmus. If you dip in acids, it turns red. That's all. Red litmus. If you dip in bases, it turns blue. And you remembered MRY. I gave abbreviation. MRY means methyl orange. If you put in acids, it will become color red. Methyl orange. If you put in acids, it will become red, and in bases, it will become yellow. And PCP. Do you remember, children? Phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein, if you put in acids, it will become colorless, and in bases, it will become pink. That's what you write down, children. Already I have told extensively about acids and bases, about these properties. I hope you remember. This is activity 2.1. Just we are checking the properties of acids and bases. What are the properties of acids and bases? Blue litmus changes acids to red, and red litmus changes bases to blue. Okay, children. Easy to remember here. I told you abbreviation also here. What abbreviation I give? BAR. Acids change blue litmus to red. Okay, MRY, methyl orange in acids, red in color, in bases, yellow in color. Phenolphthalein in acids, colorless, in bases, pink. You have to remember. Because it is given in textbook, every chance is that they will give in examination also. Okay, 2.1 activity is over, children. 2.2 activity. Page 18 only. 2.2 activity. Okay. To study about, I don't to study about natural and artificial indicators. Aim you write down to study about natural and artificial in textbook only. Beside activity 2.2 yellow box is there, no? Beside yellow box only put aim and write down to study about natural and artificial indicators. Okay, children. Down indicators, children. Children, this below write indicators definition. What is an indicator? Please write down definition. What is an indicator? Okay, it is a substance. Write down definition. It is a substance which show different color or taste. Which show different color or taste in acids and bases. Which show different color or taste in acids and bases. Indicators. Okay, write down, children. Okay, some of the natural indicators you have, children. Natural indicators. Next page, top you write down natural indicators. Some of the natural indicators: onion, vanilla. Okay, onion you write down beside onion, children. Beside onion you write down, all of you. Beside onion, lose smell in acid. Onion loses smell in acid. Children, I will give you one test tube and I will ask you whether it is an acid or base. Dip onion. If onion loses smell, it is an acid. Or pour that substance on the onion. If onion loses smell, it is an acid. If onion does not lose a smell, it is a base. And vanilla lose smell in base. Vanilla lose smell in base. Okay. If you put any base on vanilla, vanilla will lose its smell. Vanilla loses its smell. These are some of the one more example, children. Soap is a base. Soap is a base. Okay, so soap is a base. This is also some of the natural indicators you can take. Okay, these are the different examples of natural and artificial. Natural indicators, these are natural. Artificial indicators are, we studied no litmus, phenolphthalein, methyl orange are artificial indicators. These are natural indicators, natural. Okay, so this is 2.1, 2.2 activity over. 2.3 activity onwards, very, very important, children. 2.3 activity. Go to 2.3 activity, write down. To show the reaction of acids with metals, write down. 2.3 activity aim to demonstrate reaction of acid with metals. Down, write down. Metal plus acid gives salt plus hydrogen gas. Write down. Salt plus hydrogen gas. Okay. So children, in the activity, please check. There is a figure is given, children. In the figure, you see zinc granules and HCl gas are reacted. Zinc granules and HCl gas are reacted. Write down reaction. This both will react, and zinc chloride plus H2 gas you will get, children. Write reaction also. Write reaction. Okay. What do you observe on the surface of zinc granules? Can you see in the blue box, children? There is a question. Write down. What do you observe on the surface of zinc granules? Can anyone say? What do you observe on the surface of zinc granules? Can anyone say? Can anyone say? What do you observe on the surface of
hydrogen gas?
Very good. Hydrogen gas
Bubbles.
bubbles will stick. Hydrogen gas bubbles will stick. Hydrogen gas bubbles will stick. Okay. Hydrogen gas bubbles will stick. Right on. Next. Next question. Why are bubbles formed in soap solution? Anyone?
Because gas is liberated.
Right on. Due to liberation of hydrogen gas. You should say due to liberation of hydrogen gas. Due to liberation of hydrogen gas. Now he's asking to do the same reaction with C, children. Same reaction, please copy down all of you on from the board. Zinc with he's asking you to do HNO3 and zinc with CH3COOH. Here what salt you will get? Zinc nitrate, ZnNO3 taken twice. Please all of you should write down H2 gas. And this one you will get CH3COO taken twice, Zn plus H2 gas. In all the cases, hydrogen gas is liberated. Please write down these three reactions. Besides the activity only, you should write these three reactions. Yes, can anyone tell me the answer? Are the observations in all the cases same or different? Anyone? Anyone?
Observation is same, sir, but
Sir?
salts are different.
Sir, in last with the
Tell, Navaneet.
observations are same, sir.
No. Okay, children, I will say. Children, observations are same, but what happens means here and here, hydrogen gas, please mute your audios, Nana. Here and here, hydrogen gas is liberated very, very fast because HCl and nitric acid are strong. Whereas here, hydrogen gas is liberated very slow because acetic acid is very weak acid. That you should write. They are expecting that answer from you. Here, hydrogen liberation is fast. Please write down, children. Hydrogen liberation is fast because HCl and HNO3 are strong acids. Write down. Here, hydrogen gas liberation is slow. Hydrogen gas liberation is slow. Why hydrogen gas liberation is slow? Because CH3COOH is a weak acid. They are expecting this one. Acetic acid is a weak acid, so hydrogen gas comes out slowly. That they are expecting. Okay, children. Okay, what is the test for hydrogen gas, children? Test for hydrogen gas?
Pop test.
Burning splinter test.
Write down, children. If children, their test for hydrogen, you write down. Hydrogen gas burns with pop sound. Hydrogen gas burns with pop sound. In figure also they have given. Last question. How hydrogen gas is collected? Write down there one question, children. How hydrogen gas is collected? Please write down. Children, can anyone, can you write down? How hydrogen gas is collected? Can anyone tell me the answer? How hydrogen gas is collected? Can anyone tell answer? Write down, children. By downward displacement of air. Write down. Hydrogen is collected by downward displacement of air because hydrogen is lighter gas. Children, write down. Hydrogen is collected by downward displacement of air. Children, because hydrogen is lighter than air, hydrogen is collected by downward displacement of air. Write down, children. Hydrogen is collected by downward displacement of air. Children, unfortunately, I don't have pages from 2.4, 5, 6, 7. Can anyone send the pictures of 2.5, 6, 7 pictures, children, activities? 2.5, 6, 7. Pictures are not there. Till then, I will be saying 2.8. All of you write down 2.8. Please, someone send pictures of 2.5, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't have that pictures. That page is empty for me. Please, someone send 2.4, 5, 6, 7. I will discuss at the last. Let's go to 2.8. Till then, someone send that pictures. 2.4, 5, 6, 7 to me. Now, children, go to 2.8 activity. All of you go to 2.8 activity. I will come at last this one again. 2.8 activity, children. Aim, please, you have to do all these activities. Just studying is not important, children. You have to do all these activities. Whenever I get time, I will show all these activities videos also. Write down, children. 2.8 activity. Aim to demonstrate that acids and bases are good conductors of electricity. Acids and bases are good conductors of electricity. Okay, children. Children, there in the first they are taking HCl, children. Bulb will glow. Okay, HCl, when you take, bulb will go because H plus and Cl minus ions are there. When you take H2SO4, then also bulb will go because H plus and SO4 minus 2 ions are there. Please write down. Okay. Instead of that, if you take NaOH also, bulb will glow because Na plus and OH minus ions are there. If you take KOH also, children, K plus and OH minus ions are there. Write down, children. Down, write down. Down, write down. Down, there is empty place now. Down, write down. Acids and bases and salts. Acids, bases and salts are good conductors of electricity. Write down. Acids, bases and salts are good conductors of electricity because they have dash. Anyone? All of you write down. Acids, bases and salts are good conductors of electricity because they have dash. Anyone dash?
Ion.
Because they have
Ions.
ions. Correct.
Ions.
Very good, children. Ions. Write down, children. Very important. Ions. Ions. Okay. Okay. And on the top of that page only, in the page number 22, top you write down, children. Top. Metals are good conductors of electricity because they have dash. Metals are good conductors of electricity because they have dash. Page number 220, page number 22, top you write down. Metals are good conductors. Metals are good conductors for electricity because they have dash. Anyone? Dash? Anyone? Metals are also good conductors of electricity. Why? Because they have dash. Anyone? At least one student. Yes, children? Why metals are good conductors? Write down because they have free electrons. Write down because they have free electrons. Because they have free electrons. Please write down, children, because they have free electrons. Now, children, in 2.8 activity, the most important discussion I am going to discuss, children, here. This question in regular board exams they are asking. In 2.8 activity, one important discussion I am going to discuss, children. If you take acid or base or salt, they are good conductors of electricity. But if I take alcohol or glucose or kerosene or sugar, they are bad conductors. That bulb will not glow in that experiment. Why? This question they are asking many times in the exam, children. Very important. How I say 4 points, I will say like that only write in exam, children. You say because they all are organic compounds. How I am saying like that only write in exam. Organic compounds. Okay. Okay. Organic compounds are covalent compounds. Covalent means they'll undergo covalent bonds. Organic compounds are covalent compounds. Covalent compounds do not have ions. Like this only you should write, actually. Why they do not have ions? Because they share electrons. Because they share electrons. As they don't have electrons, children, in exam if this question comes, you have to write like this. As they don't have electrons, as they don't have ions, they don't conduct electricity. A very important question, children. So many times in board exam they are asking why alcohol or glucose or kerosene or petrol or sugar, they do not conduct electricity. Why? Because they are organic compounds. Organic compounds are covalent compounds. How covalent compounds are formed, children? By sharing of electrons. When they are formed by sharing of electrons, okay, children, when they are formed by sharing of electrons, there will not be any ions. When they don't have ions, how can they conduct electricity? Very important. These 4 points never forget, never forget, because same question will come again in organic chemistry lesson, also carbon compounds lesson. You should write like this only. Why alcohol, glucose, kerosene or organic compounds do not conduct electricity means they are covalent compounds. Covalent compounds do not have ions. Why they do not have ions? Because they share electrons. Therefore, they do not conduct electricity. These 4 points, in points like this only you should write in exam if they care. Compulsory question, children, very important. I am stressing so much means you try to understand. I am stressing so much means you try to understand, children. It's very important. Next, please all of you copy on this answer. In page number 23, top you copied on this answer, children. In page number 23, top you copied on this answer. Children, in 2.8 activity, last time, does the bulb glow in all cases? They asked. Does the bulb glow in all cases? Right on. In case of covalent compounds, it does not glow. In case of organic compounds, it does not glow. Right on. In case of organic compounds, it does not glow. Can any one student repeat all these 4 points? Can any one student? Anyone? Boy or girl? Anyone? Any one student?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell Nana. These 4 points.
Because they all are organic compounds, and organic compounds are covalent compounds.
Okay.
Covalent compounds do not have ions as they share electrons.
Very good.
As they do not have ions, they do not conduct electricity.
Wow, very good. Anyone boy? Anyone boy?
Sir,
Tell Nana, tell.
They are bad conductors because they all are organic compounds. They are covalent compound, do not have ions as they share electrons. As they don't have ions, they don't conduct electricity.
Very, very important question. Very good, Nana. Very good. Okay, children, go to 2.9 activity, Amma. 2.9 activity. Okay, Nana, all of you mute your audios. Saiti, mute your audio. Navaneet, mute your audio. 2.9 activity. Mute your audio, Amma. Okay, children. Next, all of you go to 2.9 activity. 2.9 activity. I'm giving a to show the reaction of acids with salts. Right now, to demonstrate reactions of acids with salts. Children, there they have not given reaction. I am showing you the reaction, children. You please copy on, children. Okay, please copy on the reaction. NaCl plus H2SO4. They have not given the reaction. You write down reaction. Here you will get, children, HCl plus Na2SO4. HCl gas will come, children. All of you try to listen first. Then you write down. HCl gas will be coming, children. HCl gas will come out from this reaction. Okay, children. When HCl gas is coming, if you put dry litmus paper, what happens? If you put moist litmus paper, what happens? If you put dry litmus paper, no change in color. And if you put moist litmus paper, blue changes to red. Why? Because I told in the beginning only, acid show its properties only if water is present. If water is not present, it cannot show its activity. I told you in the beginning only. Okay, children? If water is present, if moist litmus only, HCl gas turns litmus, blue litmus to red litmus. If water is not present, then it cannot change red litmus into blue litmus. Okay? So children, moist blue litmus, it changes to red litmus if water is present. Moist. If it is dry, it will not show any effect. Okay, children, there in the activity, first you write down the reaction, and down they have given dry HCl gas, HCl solution. Dry HCl gas, you write down, dry HCl gas, no change in color. Dry HCl gas, no change in color. And HCl solution, change in color. So children, dry HCl, write down beside dry HCl, no change. Beside HCl solution, blue litmus changes to red litmus. Please write down. And the reaction also you write down. HCl gas will be coming out. This is 2.9 activity. Next 2.10 activity, children. Go to 2.10 activity. Activity. To show that addition of water to acid is highly exothermic reaction. To show that reaction of addition of water to acid is highly exothermic is action. Okay, children. Whenever children, all of you please see, write down this aim. After writing the aim, see, suppose this is concentrated sulfuric acid is there, children. All of you see here, concentrated sulfuric acid is there. If I want to dilute it, I should add water. You should not add water directly, children. If you add water directly, the reaction will be violent. It may burst, it may catch fire, and the glass container may become very hot, and it may break. Sometimes it may spill on your face only. Okay, you should not add water directly. Dangerous, very dangerous. Because sulfuric acid is very strong acid, it will catch fire. Highly exothermic. That's why how you should add means to the sulfuric acid. Slowly, drop by drop, you should add, children. Drop by drop. Okay. When you are adding drop by drop, Okay, drop by drop, you have to add from the walls, and with continuous stirring, you should. With stirrer, you should continuously stir like this, children. With continuous stirring, drop by drop from the walls of the container, slowly you should add. Suddenly, if you add water, children, it will catches fire and it will spill on your face only. Very dangerous. Slowly, drop by drop, by continuous stirring, you should add. How you should water to an acid question. Slowly, drop by continuous stirring from the walls of the container. That is how you have to add. Suddenly, if I put water, no, children, it will spill on your face only. It will catch fire and it will burst. Sometimes even glass container may break. Very, very dangerous. Directly, you should not dilute. What is meant by dilution? Adding water to sulfuric acid. Any acid. Any acid, if you add water, it becomes dilute. Concentration to dilute. Don't add water directly. Add drop by drop, slowly stirring from the walls. Okay, children, you should remember. Drop by drop, slowly from walls with continuous stirring. These 4 points you should remember. Drop by drop, slowly from the walls with continuous stirring. Drop by drop, slowly from the walls with continuous stirring. Okay, children. Next, go to 2.11 activity. 2.11. 2.11 is not important, children. Just you have to see what is an acid and what is a base. That's not important, children. 2.12. 2.12 is important to check the pH of soil. Write down, children, 2.12 to check the pH of soil. 2.12 to check pH of soil. Okay, children. Due to acid rains, soil may become acidic. Soil may become acidic. If soil is acidic, plants don't grow properly. That's why what farmer will do? Farmer will add regularly. What we should add, children? Anyone? Regularly, what we should add?
Manures and fertilizers.
No, no,
Manures
should,
and fertilizers.
no. We should add some type of base. Some type of base we should add.
Lichens.
Lime. You will add lime. Farmers will add regularly lime. What is lime, children? Calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide is a base. What base will do? It will neutralize. What it will neutralize? Acid. Continuously, farmers will